Previously on QuestFest.
It's Marius, by the way, and Cosette.
Oh.
Since you didn't think to ask.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm so sorry.
It is nice to meet us. And they leave.
It seems we have a brief moment of respite. Thank you all. Sorry for the predicament we were in, and I appreciate everyone's help in getting us out of it. Since we haven't been formally introduced, my name is Dominic LaRue.
Good to meet you. I'm Richard.
Fargus.
And you, ma'am?
Fatia is the name. I am a prisoner of war, I guess is the story for me. But that's who I was. It's not who I am anymore.
Are you sure I fit in here? Because you all are fascinating. I'm just a normal guy, you know?
You're a vampire. You're pretty fascinating.
Oh, right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
As to what Fatia said, there's a lot of that going around of this is who I was and it's not anymore. And I think we all kind of pretty handily fit that description. So, as to what you said about you not belonging, welcome to the Misfits.
Last time on QuestFest, we all broke out of jail.
Woo!
We were met by Marius and Cosette, sent from the Declores to tell us to not go anywhere and to come to the Declores after we took a rest to get to the Bulwark.
I almost died.
Yes.
You were also given a scroll by Marius and Cosette and told that when you were ready to use the scroll and you would be taken directly to where you needed to go.
I forgot about that part. That's so much easier.
Right.
That is important.
Aren't we also
In
at
media res.
Fargus's house at this point?
We are at Fargus.
Yes, we ended at Fargus's house.
You ended taking, indeed, a long rest.
Yes.
So that is where we are now. It is the morning after. You look at each other full of guilt and disappointment. No.
I'm
We have to do the walk of shame to the good to close.
Fatia walks the walk of shame all the time.
But no, in all sincerity, you have the night to have done whatever you needed to do. I know that there was some housekeeping that you were taking care of.
Yes. I know in the morning, basically, with your permission, the scene is that everybody is waking up and Fargus is, having woken up like an hour earlier, is sitting at his workbench just kind of putting some final touches on something.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Fargus.
Good morning, Fargus.
Yes. Yeah. This is for you. It's armor. Please don't die.
It would be nice not to die.
Yes.
Pretty close that last time.
It was a little too close for my liking.
A little bit too close for your liking. Even further for me.
Fair enough. Fair dues.
I appreciate your gift, though.
Yeah.
So, Fargus, what is it that you gave Fatia?
I had some leftover studded leather armor. I want you to please have it. Stay safe. Don't die. Please.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
It's my pleasure. I like helping, so I'm glad to help.
Did everyone get a good rest?
Could we say that it was a long rest, in fact?
It's a long one. I don't know.
Do
We were in jail yesterday, so
Do vampires sleep?
Do they sleep?
That is a you question, darling.
You absolutely have the racial...
I know, it doesn't say anything about that.
I believe they do sleep.
Yeah, I think you still have to get 8 hours.
Because specifically the type of vampire you are. There are vampires who only, for example, can exist at night. You're not one of those.
No.
Or you'd be dead. Presumably.
He's a daywalker?
He's a daywalker.
Daywalker. Anywho.
Okay.
We haven't heard from Richard. Richard, are you awake? Richard, are you awake? Did you get a good rest?
Oh yeah, I had some nightmares, but other than that, I think I got a good maybe 6 hours, maybe 7. I don't know.
What kind of nightmares did you have?
Oh, the usual, like God is upset with me for being a vampire. You guys get that sort of stuff.
Vikings have that issue as well. I understand.
Sure.
Well, is everyone ready to away to the Declores? I guess we have this scroll that will just teleport us there.
That's my understanding.
Suppose so.
All right, it's off we go.
Yeah.
If you are all ready to go, then you can unfurl the scroll. And it is some sort of, obviously, magic. Does somebody read it? If this was a video game, at this point, you would get the, once you go, you cannot come back for a long time.
Wait, Vargas. I didn't have any breakfast. You got like a muffin or something? I don't want to be passing out on the battlefield or nothing.
No, I get that. No, I get. Hang on.
Farius goes into his kitchen and he raids a cupboard and he grabs a large bag of what is essentially granola.
Great.
And he's just like, we could probably just take this for the road.
What is that? Pigeon food or something?
It's high in fiber. It's high in good
great.
good
I
things that
probably need that.
I know I do. But it's just it keeps things kind of. it
in
helps.
D&D we keep regular, folks.
The high constitution is because of the granola.
Have you ever wondered, what do adventurers do? That's right, they buy Sam's best granola. Stay regular while you're staying regular.
Okay, so if we're all ready to go.
I know I'm ready to go. Thanks to Sam's granola.
Oh, man.
Cameron, unknowingly, threw the ball. Home run!
Okay.
All right, and this is our dark
Podcast.
Yes.
This is the dark, edgy party. And who needs to poop before we go?
I mean, edgy people also have to poop. Guys. Come on.
Everybody poops. It's fine.
There's a book about it.
There is.
Everybody poops.
Dominic opens up.
Don't delete any of it.
There might be outtakes, but
Okay, fair.
Dominic opens up the scroll and starts to read, I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a land apart.
you feel the earth move
Under
under
my
your feet.
feet.
God damn it. What is this today?
Tumbling down.
We're all actually just bards now. Everything.
This is what happens when Ryan makes drinks
I was
before
like,
we get
Ryan,
here.
I'm
you gave us
sorry. I wanted to get the booze potions.
Booze.
And
No.
they're good. The blues booze.
Booze gives us sing.
Blues.
So we fly with dragons to the end of time.
Yes.
All right.
Land
We
apart.
all have to touch the scale together. Ting.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to read the thing that's actually in the scroll, Brian.
Yes.
Excellent.
Anyway, back on the rails.
With a few magic words, you are teleported.
Wah!
You land abruptly. We brought a Foley board
Oh,
this
my
time,
back.
guys. In front of you, you seem to be in a underground room. You can smell the dirt There is a sense of flowing water. And in front of you is a small, plain building, mundane on the outside. Through the windows, you see darkness. The room itself, around you, can see out over the land of Bastion. And coming down from the stairs are two familiar faces and two faces that are unfamiliar to the party. Marius and Cosette lead two lovely, obviously noble people down the stairs. Nobleman is sexist. What they're wearing seems familiar. It's almost a facsimile of Bastion uniforms. What like high nobility would wear in the army. Like a dress military outfit. But on them, the colors are slightly off. The white, almost too pale. The blue, a shade too dark. And a close observer can notice symbols highlighting the corners and the edges, running down as those seams. As they approach, Marius and Cosette and the other two all wave simultaneously with a seemingly unearthly grace. Hello.
You are noticing that, right? That looks weird, right?
Yes,
Very strange.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hello, hail, well met.
Etc.
I'm Dominic LaRue. We've met Marius and Cosette. Who are you, may I ask?
We. And as they speak, all four speak in unison. A bass, alto, tenor, soprano, perfect harmony. We are the Declores.
It's weird.
Oh, wow.
I really don't like this.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
They nod respectfully and even give a short, demure bow. Roll perception checks. Demure? Demure. Bow.
Demure.
Demure. Yeah,
Demure.
demure.
Manure.
No, it's not actually a bed.
9.
Man, followed by a
Perception.
Nua.
5.
17 for Dominic.
19 for Fatia.
Excellent. So, Fatia, you notice the noble woman seems to be holding a doll.
I don't love that.
Dominic.
Every detail just makes it worse and worse.
Yeah, what does Dominic see?
Oh, yeah.
You see first what you see on the surface, that of the present, that of the noble men and women before you. Then you see strings. Their appearance does not change, but you see invisible threads hanging and leaving this room.
Off of all four of them?
Off of all four of them. Towards the ceiling, there is a knot. You can't tell where it begins and ends, but you can see it. And then a glance, a quick, almost imperceivable moment where you see two children and two smiling, young man and woman holding hands. And then back. You're staring.
Oh, pardon me. I am. How could you tell I was staring? My vision works a little different than most folks do.
They smile simultaneously. We've seen this sort of thing before.
Oh. Have you, do you... Never mind. We were told that you knew how to get to the Bulwark.
They slowly turn their head. You have found what you are looking for. The Bulwark is here.
Wow.
It is good
my
you...
line.
It is good you came when you did. It will not be here much longer.
Okay, it's just in the small building there?
You could say that.
Okay.
They roll insight.
Everybody?
You're all watching.
Damn it.
Ooh, I have good insight. 15.
8 for Dominic.
4.
15, please.
The declores, you notice, though they move almost not at all, they're practically perfectly still. I just forgot your name.
Richard.
Richard, good God.
Richard Sucker.
Richard and Fatia, you do see anticipation. They're almost holding their breath. They're excited. And their smiles are genuine.
Dominic, you said this was like a adventurers guild. It looks like a kind of like a ruined building.
I guess maybe there's more than meets the eye.
It's like mildly underwhelming, if I'm honest.
Are you guys sure this is what we're looking for?
Look this good in 500,000 years. If you do. It's supposed to be a Yoda quote, totally butchered.
500,000. Oh, okay, well.
Perhaps. Time.
Willing to take a shot and check it out. Thank you all very much.
It is no problem. We owed a favor. And they look at Dominic when they say so.
Can you elaborate? I don't think we've ever met. I don't think you owe me anything.
Not you, no.
Oh, okay. Who do you owe a favor to?
Your
They
father?
turn their head almost quizzically, like a cat, to the left. Why, the same person that you do.
My.
And they reach up and they run their hand across their eyes.
Oh. I see.
Well, that is debatable.
Well, thank you. I suppose, well, I'm going to check it out. I hope you all will join me.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm here, so yeah.
Wherever you go, I'll follow.
As you spin on your hill and begin to walk towards the bulwark, the declores, still in that almost unearthly harmony, say, "We hope you find what it is that you're looking for." And they give a salute. And with that, they turn and leave.
So we go into the thing.
You enter the thing.
That's what she said.
A rush of wind and a cacophony of sound assault you. Please all roll Constitution saving throws.
Oh, God, I forgot about this.
Con saves?
Crit!
Is it a con save?
Yes.
Okay.
12,
18.
I think.
9.
That's a 21.
Those of you who roll a 14 or below, you, unfortunately, feel quite sick to your stomach. You are nauseous. And as you exit and you find yourself landing on bright, white, but cracked marble, Fergus and Fatia, you were sick.
Oh, God.
Am I
God.
telling?
Lord, are you two okay?
No.
I feel better now.
I think I got some Dramamine in my pockets somewhere. Oh no, I think I left those at home. Sorry about that. I should have given those out before.
Here's
It's fine.
Here's my water skin. You guys can.
No more liquid, please.
It passes relatively quickly, but
I don't want to go through that again. That was.
The granola tastes different in this direction.
I wondered about that whenever you gave it to us.
Hey, that's the chunks.
Never again. No.
Oh, good.
see how well digested it is. No, almost. All right. As you look around, you're standing in an empty lobby. The floor around you is white marble, dusty, though almost gray from lack of use. Tiles are broken here and there. And around you are what might be hundreds of empty bookcases. They seem to go on in almost as far as you can see. There is a small yellow light off in the distance, and right in front of you is an empty, what almost looks to be a kiosk. What do you do?
I think Dominic would like to investigate the kiosk.
Fargus is also going to investigate the kiosk.
I think Fatia would just start inspecting the spines of the books.
They're empty.
They're empty.
All empty.
No
Oh.
books.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to investigate the shelves then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me a couple of investigate checks. And how much time? Let's just estimate here.
Well,
I mean, 8 on investigation for Dominic, but
13.
Okay.
16 for Fatia.
enough minutes to look at all of the things in and around the kiosk, and then probably move on to the yellow light.
Maybe 5 minutes.
So about 5 minutes of searching, you find very little of worth. There are ancient, what seem to be papers and potentially scrolls, but they are so disintegrated that almost your breath will scatter them into the winds. Fatia, you find nothing. No book on any bookcase that you search. Completely empty. And not as though they have left or been disintegrated. There is simply no trace that ever were books on these shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Dominic, did you say you began to head towards the light?
Yeah, this definitely looks different than what it looked like from the outside. And looks like there was quite a bit of things here maybe at one time, but...
From what I can tell, there were no books here before.
Anyway, I'm gonna go check out this yellow light, I guess. It's the only thing seems to be of note around here.
Coming with.
Mm-hmm. I'll join you.
You begin to walk towards the light. Minutes pass, then tens of minutes. Roughly an hour of walking later, you see the light begin to get brighter. And you see a small wooden door, almost so low that those of you tall will definitely have to crouch. Maybe 5.5 foot.
Oh, so I'll have to crouch, and Fargus will have to lay on his stomach.
Fargus bends over.
I have to bend my head a little.
Same here.
Is this the tall party in addition to being the edgy party?
Edgy and tall. I'm sorry, Ren is not here right now.
The door appears to be unlocked, and that there appears to be a door handle and no obvious mechanisms for key or lock. What do you do as you begin to approach?
I just try to open it.
So unspoken, Dominic opens the door. The tile turns to more of a gray stone, inlaid with almost hieroglyphic-like pictures. Each of the stone before you, what opens, are multifaceted, no space left unused. And further in, you see multiple lights now. The room before you is maybe 10 by 20, has several entrances left, right, but the lights all lead back. And in the back, you can see a bald head and hear furious scribbling. And stacked up on a desk are books so tall that you cannot see past them. What do you do?
Hey, Fatia, I think I found your books.
I think you did as well.
I think Dominic would just go like to talk to the bald head.
Okay.
The Bulwark.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
You figured it all out. That was the mystery.
Hello?
What?
What?
You see the figure perhaps stand? It's difficult to tell because when he stands, he seems to grow shorter. Who's there?
I'm Dominic LaRue. Who might you be?
We're friendly if that matters.
It doesn't matter. And before your eyes, you see a short, bald man in what used to be a brightly colored robe, but is covered in dust, cobwebs even, what appears from disuse. The only place that seems to be still bright and colorful are his forearms and hands, where he is frantically bent over the desk, still scribbling even as he has stood and is talking to you.
His forearms or his forearms?
The latter.
The latter, okay.
He does not have forearms. It is
Okay.
his forearms and below.
And
Okay,
he's standing on a ladder?
Little bit of arm envy there, Fargo.
You had a strange emphasis there, so I just wanted to explore.
Do you go closer?
Yes.
Probably.
As you enter his somewhat chamber, this open now archway, he begins to slow, and his voice begins to modulate and change as he talks. I will perhaps not pull this off, but his voice is low and high, tall with wide vowels, and then wide with tall vowels, a constant, ever-changing motion. What do you want?
We just came in search of the Bulwark. That's it, I guess. If we found it, what do we do here?
His eyes wide, pupils narrow. He says, well, you're inside it. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? What? May I ask your name?
He looks around. Yeah.
Can't be that hard of a question.
You see him lick his lips. They're dry, chapped.
I didn't want to notice that.
His eyes are almost, now that you get a better glance, entirely black. What's the word?
Iris.
No.
Pupil?
It starts with an S, and it's the stuff in between your eye and it's the white of your eye.
Sclera.
That's close, I think, actually. That might be right.
That's the type of contact.
The white of his eye.
Yeah.
The white of his eye is not.
Excellent.
It, at some points, black, at other points, red, other points, white, but with red veins. Himself a veritable rainbow of color. And his appearance, as you look, also seems to change. He does not linger. And in fact, specifically, while the rest of you see this ever-changing man, Dominic, you see a king, a merchant, a prince, a light, an empress. All at once, your eyes so battered that you roll a wisdom save.
Ooh.
11.
You fail. And you are overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of images. You find yourself unable to speak, choking in a almost ever swallowing tide
What?
Oh, pardon me. And it stops. It seems his appearance lands. A small, bald man, round features, chubby, red-faced. His robe now red with gold trim. His hands, colorful, pale, cracked, but with calluses. And his eyes white, but red with use. Veins stretched in like someone who's stared at a ever-dimming candle all night long. Sorry. You can call me Tom.
Tom, what in the world?
Where? That's what you want to ask. Where?
I guess where?
This place is the library.
I thought it was the Bulwark.
Yes. That's this place. He gestures broadly. But this place, he gestures small and makes a fist, is the library. I'm sure you've heard of it. The great repository of knowledge. Wealth beyond any imagining. Power all-consuming. The library?
I've heard of a library, yeah.
Not the emphasis on the.
I think we've heard stories of power and wealth, but I think somewhat along the way the library sort of fell out of parallel with those.
Unfortunately, I don't know much about this at all, but I do know that knowledge is power.
Knowledge of things that have been, are being, and could be. So power, yes. He smiles. It's disconcerting. Roll wisdom saves, all four of you.
Okay, dice, I get it. I'm not good at these. 5.
There's a whole bag right here, Cameron.
Wisdom save?
I got like a 24, so
19.
11.
Those who fail, i.e. anyone under a 14, you find yourself looking at his mouth and the teeth, and they seem to go on forever.
There's too many teeth.
An endless abyss. And he shuts quickly. Sorry.
May I ask what you're doing here?
I'm working.
Are you the writer of the stories, if you will? The past, the present, the future?
No. Writer? No, I am, perhaps, but no, I do not create, I copy.
Copy, how do you mean?
You know, when you take something and you make a second something that is the same as the first thing.
I understand the concept. I'm asking you what you mean that you're copying currently. Copying lives?
Everything.
Chronicling?
Perhaps, but everything. All knowledge written, put on paper, stone, metal even, everything. You look confused.
Yes. Up until very recently, I've only been able to perceive what is. So all of this talk of simultaneous perceiving and happening is a little overwhelming.
I see.
A little frustrating, actually.
Tiresome? Even?
Yeah, I can see that it probably is tiresome.
I can see as well. He lingers on Dominic. You shouldn't have those. They're not yours.
Those.
He gets closer. Suddenly, you don't remember him moving. He's right up in front of you. He's at your eye level. Those.
Okay, I mean, they...
Close them.
I close them.
Thank you.
Hold on. These were given to me.
Borrowed.
Dominic, you have eyes?
I guess I have a blindfold on.
He can see. Someone lent. Just remember, not yours. Can you trust what isn't yours?
I don't know. I'm trying to have faith, I guess.
Faith. Hard. Adventurers, then.
Yes.
Aye.
Boring. The Bulwark sends yet more.
More? Or there
Always.
always?
Always more.
So you have all of this knowledge. Do you recall a Demetrius?
I don't recall. I copy.
Fair. Well, Tom, what would you suggest an adventurer do here?
No, the same thing you all do. Another tiresome trial. Grows so predictable in its infirmed state. I so wish it would stop sending travelers to me. Come then, let us see what it wishes for you to see. He begins to walk away, speedily. You don't remember him moving, and yet he seems to be 10 or 20 feet away from you.
You know, I don't really recall this supposed to be being fun, but he's really sucking the wind out of the sails I didn't know we had. So
He gets to the doorway. Are you coming? Hello?
Yes.
I don't think we
Yes.
have much of a choice at this point.
It's always choice. Could stay here. Lots of food.
with you.
I'd rather not.
He smiles.
Yes, boy, there's so many.
He moves quickly. It takes your best pace to keep up with him. He takes you deeper and deeper into the library, hitting door after door. You feel like you're moving faster with him, but you can't quite perceive it. You just know that first you're taken back to the desk, and it feels like minutes rather than an hour. He stops here and there to pull books, including from the previously empty shelves. As he's going along, he looks back at each of you in turn. Several times it seems as though he might be walking backwards, staring at you deeply. Finally, you reach a doorway. It's black. Seems like a galaxy. Stars splattered all over this lone door, and he opens it with no celebration, just as though opening a normal door. Three of you enter, but Richard, you hit the door, and you feel like you have to roll a wisdom.
Oh no. 13.
You're hungry.
Oh, I've been hungry.
So hungry. You feel like you need to eat, to consume. And he spins on his heel and he looks at you.
You said that there was food in here.
Of all kinds.
Would you maybe, I'm really hungry, and I was wondering if maybe we could get something right before we continue into somewhere else.
I have granola if you need it.
Can I try the granola? Is it terrible?
It is to you. It's not that it tastes bad, but that feeling, that longing when you're eating just to eat, you know that there's something that you want. You crave it. You desire it. That is what you feel.
I'm just like shoving my mouth full of granola. Be like, yeah, I think this'll do. Thanks, Fergus.
You're welcome.
Vargas turns to the camera.
It's Sam's best.
Okay, we need a oatmeal company recon before this episode.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to create a granola company. That's going to be our big win.
Oh my god.
We thought it would come from elsewhere, but actually it's granola.
Granola.
I'm so upset that all of our merch is gonna say Sam's best granola.
Everyone's going to be like, who the fuck is Sam?
Is Sam's? Please tell me that's not an already existing like Sam's Club thing.
Oh my god.
Oh, somebody check right now.
Oh god.
We're gonna have to meet Sam at some point. The granola maker.
The granola magnate?
Matinee?
Anyway, so I shoved my face full of granola.
Tom looks at you. No, it won't.
How do you know?
Because I do.
Oh.
I copy. I've copied you.
Oh?
You're hungry. For many things. What kind of man are you?
Oh, gee, if I knew,
You need power. You need power to discover who you are. Hold on, one moment. He leaves.
You need something with like a little more kick. There's like a protein variant that like it gives you a little more oomph.
do you have that?
No,
Oh.
ran out of that yesterday.
He returns. It seems like he wasn't gone but a moment. And yet, you remember conversations that lasted minutes. He's carrying a book. You need this. He hands it to you.
Is it the Necronomicon?
It is not the Necronomicon. It is, however, small. You can hold it in one hand. Well, most books you can, but you can cover it with one hand. Like a little black book, much like actually the one that Terry actually has in her hand. Provided by Sam's. No, okay.
It's provided by me. It's
my
her
spells.
pocket compendium.
What's my spells in it?
Take it, read it, know it. You can have it.
Okay, thank you.
It's a copy.
Okay. Is this gonna help me? Wait, is this to help me be less hungry, or to know who I am, or get power, or is this a self-help book?
Self-help, yes. Power, it'll grant it. As you become desperate, in need, strength, it'll give it to you.
Can I look at the book now?
You can try. It will reveal itself. Probably won't work now.
Oh.
But when you need it, power, that's what you need. You've been weak, haven't you?
I mean, that's kind of rude, but yeah, compared to all these guys, yeah, for sure.
Why she left you?
Wow.
Wow, you're a fucking dick.
Wow.
We just met, buddy.
Would you like us to tell you about your insecurities, sir? You're messing with one of us right now.
I'm just a copy.
How wonderful. Must be nice to not have any originality.
So can we go through the door now?
And what are you weak of?
Yeah, thank you for showing us this door. We're gonna go through the door, and we're going through the door.
Very well. He's suddenly in front of you. Again, moving. Nobody likes it when I reflect.
I'm just staring at the book.
Nobody messes with my Richard.
He continues in. Roll perception. This one's relatively easy.
15.
14 for Dominic.
Ooh, dirty 20.
DC's a
15.
10. Everyone did really well, but it's just a 10, guys. It's an
I'm
average.
sorry, we're overachieving.
I actually should have just asked what your passive perception was, but either way,
It's my first high roll. Just let me count.
I know. That's why I feel
me
bad. I'm
have
like,
this.
Justin's over here like scoring well, and I'm like, take it away.
No sevens.
It might be Fargus's actual first high roll based on its rolling last time.
It is this session.
Thanks to Sam's best.
Exactly.
Keeping you regular since 1995.
He grows taller the longer you walk towards wherever you're walking. And his robe seems to brighten. The red now encompassing almost all of the arms and the top of the chest. As you proceed even closer, his hair grows, lengthening. Eventually, by the time you make it to the next door, his hair is down past his shoulders, pulled back, is a style reminiscent of that you've seen before, but you cannot put place where. You may, however, roll history.
Tom, where do you get that hair growth treatment? You're doing really well there.
Tom doesn't answer.
Flat
20.
10.
Ooh,
12.
Dirty 20.
Well, okay.
Oh, you guys know. You've apparently read a history book because this looks quite out of early Bastian culture. So roughly 500 or 600 years ago. As you reach a narrowing of the hallways, you begin to realize that perhaps this is where you've been leading all along, as the library itself seems to come to a point. There is no door, just shadows that seem to lengthen and swell with each step. He gestures for you to walk in.
Dominic goes right ahead.
Fatia will be right behind Dominic.
Vargas goes in.
As you enter, you see a room filled with utter blackness. Not as though colored black, but an absence of color and light. Of swelly, inky blackness that seems to take nearby light and draw the color away from it. Along the edges of the room, you see hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of sigils. And towards the back, a gaping maw filled with teeth that seem to stretch to infinity.
To Tom, you don't expect us to go in there, right?
Go. His voice now is lower, deeper, filled with almost a hushed fury. You're to go. That is where you belong.
All of us or just Richard?
All of you.
Okay.
I mean, is there any chance we could go back?
Why?
I mean, is it gonna eat us?
Are you not already eaten?
Okay, someone else talk to him.
He doesn't like me very much either.
Dominic's just going to go. A little bit, frustrated at this point.
A voice that now rings through the hallway, as though originating not from the speaker. One with bravery. Good. Needed. Do you know where you stand?
On what? I stand on the ground. What do I stand for? Something for? What are you asking?
What do you stand? Yes, for. Yes, for.
Justice.
And what is it you seek?
Justice.
And what is it you need?
Justice.
And what can help you bring justice?
I was hoping what we find in the Bulwark could help me bring justice.
And what is it you think will help you bring justice?
I don't know. I only know stories and legends of this place. I know that it was once a great heroes guild that helped real heroes bring real justice to the world, and that's gone now.
And it used what?
If you're so all-knowing, why don't you explain it to us? Obviously, we're not understanding it. We're here to do what we need to do, but you're not helping.
Copy. I can't. What do you need?
Food.
Power? Is that what you're after?
Power! His voice rings now. That's it! That's what this place is. Power. This is legacy. This is a palimpsest. And you are too meager to even abide in its presence. His voice ringing now through the entire hallway. His voice causing all of you to roll wisdom saves.
Come on, dice.
19.
That's a 5.
13
Oh, no.
for Dominic.
Those who fail, anything less than a 18 16.
Jesus.
You take 2d6 of sonic damage as the echo rings so loudly and powerfully.
Since I didn't say mine out loud, mine was a nat 20.
8 damage.
Must be nice.
It is. Thank you.
The three of you are driven to the ground. Fatia, you remain standing then.
I'm not.
Oh, did you roll? Yes.
Yeah, I got
Whoever
a
rolled
nine- I
higher
got
than
a
an
19.
18. I apologize.
Yeah.
Richard is kind of wise.
You're a cleric. You
So
should
it's
be.
literally
Yeah,
the
yeah.
two biggest ones got shoved down.
Yes.
The tiny people for the
It's
women.
the big ears.
Oh, yeah,
It's- they
yeah.
make
That's
it-
what it is.
His will is now filling the room. His attire is now fully colored. And you look down, and her two companions, your color is fading. Dominic, Fargus, you feel starting at your chest an inky blackness.
Dominic Fargus, are you all right?
They don't look very good.
I don't feel well. This.
What
this
are you
feels
doing?
Bad. This
What are
feels really bad.
What are you doing to our companions?
The figure now growing taller, wider, shorter, stouter, now in a full array. His will begins to press you back against the wall. Both of you roll charisma saving throws. The
Both
bard
of us
should be
that
good
are
at this.
still standing.
Yeah, those standing. I apologize. Thank you.
23.
20.
You both fail. And you find yourself pushed against the wall. But as you do, the power ceases. The man slumps and returns to the figure you saw before. Sorry. Lost it a little bit.
I would
Hi.
say so. It's a little bit much.
Sorry. You can call me Ben.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Ben.
I understand that, but we just had Tom. Who are you?
I just live here.
Clarification question. Is it like the same person?
The figure is the same, but now as you look back at him,
I see.
his appearance has changed.
Gotcha.
His robes, and you can watch them, once red, now turn to a tranquil blue. His hair, now a muddy brown. And he has a genuine warm smile with large, inviting eyes and crow's feet. It's been a while.
I'm sorry for yelling at you. We just went through a little bit of trauma, if you will.
How many of you are in there?
Oh, it's a lot.
Interesting.
Ben, what is a palimpsest?
Oh, I can't tell you, and the one who can is upset. He doesn't like it when people take his control away. But I can show you. You should meet Alana. And he claps his hands, and darkness spills out, but warm, filled as though a sunny day, beginning at your feet. And he says, I think I'll see you again. I hope. But this is where the Bulwark wants you. And he sinks away. And you begin to sink away into the darkness. You do regain your HP.
Nice.
Good. So now we're in darkness.
You are.
Oh, darkness, my old friend.
And you awaken. And you hear hundreds of voices, not loud, just in the distance. And the sound, very recognizable to at least Dominic, of men marching.